90-mile-per-hour Category 1 strengthening hurricane. You see the symmetry on the satellite imagery, a sign that this is getting more strength with it. Nice outflow banding off the northern part of this storm. It's going to move into Mexico tonight and gain, it looks like, Category 2 status as it approaches landfall. Expecting that to happen around 1 in the morning Saturday. 105-mile-per-hour winds. The wave activity near 20 feet close to the center of this storm. You see the wave numbers here on the buoys offshore, 8-foot waves moving into the coastal bend, and that's what we've been forecasting, about 8-foot wave heights heading into tonight and Saturday morning. Saturday is probably going to be the roughest part of the beach forecast. Over the weekend, we should see gradual improvements over the weekend. Rip currents, though, with those bigger waves and them coming in at a 10 to 12 second period, is going to really up the rip current concerns. These tend to be more prevalent near structures like jetties, the Packery Channel, or Bob Hall Pier. They can be very frequent and dangerous, so if you do try to get in the water, just be very careful on area beaches this weekend, especially on Saturday, with those rip current risks being very high. The other thing Mariah touched on at the top of our broadcast is the higher than normal tides because of those waves leading to coastal flooding. That could send water up to the dunes and spots on area beaches. We can drive on the beach, but the driving with the water coming up higher may be problematic, so you'll have to pay attention to that too. And again, improvements are going to happen gradually throughout the day on Sunday. Henri, the other tropical system, it's a tropical storm, very close to hurricane status, 70-mile-per-hour winds. This one's going to be the national headline storm because it's going to move into parts of Long Island, New York, and then into New England over the weekend as a Category 1 hurricane on Sunday afternoon. So that's not a threat to us, but a very heavily and dense population center of the country is going to be affected by Henri over the weekend. LexCam is showing those blue tropical skies. We do have relatively calm Corpus Christi Bay right now. No flooding on North Beach. 94 degrees, southeast wind at 18 miles per hour. Mid-90s inland, near 90 at the coast. The heat index again is hot, but not as high as it's been the last few days. A little drop in humidity today. The reason for that, near 105 in Corpus Christi with the southeasterly breeze, 10 to 20 miles per hour. Little shower over our barrier islands. These are off the northern fringe of Grace. These are just fizzling out once they interact with land. We'll see isolated showers remain in the forecast through the weekend as Grace moves in, again, about 500 miles to our south in Mexico tonight. So Grace, not an immediate threat for us. This high pressure that's giving us the heat is also suppressing Grace well to the south, and that high is going to stay with us through the weekend and into early next week, meaning the heat is going to continue. Aside from an isolated shower on Saturday, rain chances looking pretty low until maybe the mid to late parts of next week. The coverage, not going to be impressive. It'll be a quiet night, maybe a few stray showers, upper 70s, low 80s first thing tomorrow morning. You see the isolated activity that drifts in tomorrow afternoon. Otherwise, same old story here, mid-90s, hot and humid here for Saturday. Tonight going to be stuffy, upper 70s overnight, a southeast wind 10 miles per hour or so. Then tomorrow, mid-90s, it'll be plenty hot again, southeast wind 10 to 20 miles per hour with an isolated shower or two. Tomorrow's highs, mid-90s inland, upper 80s at the coast. Heat indices as high as 110 in spots. And at the water, if you're boating tomorrow, there's going to be some small craft advisories that you got to be aware of. So a little choppier on the waters with those bigger waves, and 88 on the sea surface temperatures. See the isolated shower Saturday, mid-90s through the weekend. Rain chances may start to creep back in by the mid to late parts of next week. Mike.